What's up? What's up? It's Pika over here in Singapore, and it is Tuesday night, the 28th. So, this is the 128th episode, and I really feel silly because I want to talk to you today about this whole night owl concept. Before that, I just want to get into what the day was like. So, I did drop off baby girl at school, I did go to work, ended up at a training session with the Growth Tribe this morning at about 10 o'clock. From there, going back to the office and worked on some ad copy, which I really do hate writing ad copy, mostly because I'm a little removed from the Singaporean school system and all the intricacies that come up with, the dates and the times and the different exams and all of that stuff. So I'm a little out of touch with that, so I'm learning, and I don't like the fact that there is a learning curve on this because I didn't get the whole 12 years of going through school and understanding from that point of view. I kind of have to fast track it and understand very quickly to be able to write the copy. So it wasn't a very pleasant day, but I mean, it was productive. I got a lot of stuff done. Picked up little mama, went and got some stuff from the grocery store, came back home, made dinner, played with her for a little bit, just put her to bed, and I'm finishing up this podcast as soon as I can because I have a guest spot with Miss August Crenshaw this evening on IG Live. So that's coming up next in a little bit. But let me talk to you finally about this whole night owl concept. Now, 128 episodes later, yeah, I'm a little late, right? I want to explain to you why I decided to call this the night owl. First of all, I am a night owl. I like staying up late. I do my best thinking, my best creative work. I am peaceful, calm, collected at night. And more often than not, I tend to stay up all night. And lately, because since I've had baby girl, I tend to wake up early and go to work and keep going. So it's become a little bit of a problem, but I'm still a night owl. I've gotten better at waking up early in the morning, but I'd prefer to do everything the night before if I get a chance. Now, the night owl concept is not because I'm a night owl. The concept actually is pulled from a term that was used when I was part of LTD, which is Leadership Team Development, and that was a group that was working with Amway in the U.S., and one of my colleagues from college actually contacted me, and we got to talking, and I was actually very interested. It was back when I first was laid off, not the first time, but the second time that I was laid off from Lumber Liquidators, and I was basically worried because I have a family of 5 to feed. I just had the baby. I don't have a job. I don't have any prospects. I wasn't sure how I was going to feed the family, and I decided, you know what? Let's see what other opportunities there are, and this popped up. So being a part of this team and talking to them and meeting with them and seeing all these like-minded people was basically the beginning, okay, not the beginning, but part of my entrepreneurial journey. I've tried other network marketing situations before, and I wasn't really good at them. I'm not saying because it didn't work. It's because I didn't apply myself. I'm going to be very honest with you. So I've tried many different things. There was something with like a prescription discount card that I thought, hey, I could just give them out, and anyone who uses the discount card with their prescriptions, I get like a kickback, and that would have been cool, but I didn't put in the work. And then there was another something, I can't remember what it was. And then there was Beachbody. My gosh, I was a Beachbody coach for like a half a second. And it was really awesome because I really wanted to get fit. And I bought into the whole thing, and I started doing the, oh goodness, what was it? It was a greens, look at me, I can't even remember now. But anyway, it was like it formulated all protein and greens and vitamins, and you just kind of Shakeology, that's what it was. I'm sorry. So I started the whole Shakeology bit with being a Beachbody coach, and unfortunately, what I ended up with was a stockpile of Shakeology that I ended up trying to sell off later. And it's not that the system didn't work. I did not apply myself once again. Brilliant, right? I'm so brilliant. Anyway. Yeah, so all of these things I've tried before, but this was the first time there was like a team close by that I could meet with once a week, and I would go to the weekly meetings, and if there was a speaker or somebody, higher up in the organization that would come down and speak to us, they'd have a meeting, and we'd do the open session, and then afterwards, if you were lucky, you were invited to what was known as a night owl, which means it was, a meeting of the minds. It was a little more it was almost like a brain trust, but like a more intimate gathering with these people that were higher up in the organization, and we get to actually just pick their brain, and they get to really divulge some of their hard-earned knowledge, and we get to sit around and talk. And it was in those sessions that I felt like the most connected to the team. I felt like this energy that I've never felt before, and it was something that I wanted to try to convey to my audience as well. Now, obviously, like I said, 128 episodes later, I don't know if you like what I'm saying or not. I don't know if anyone's listening. I do know there are certain people listening. I'm not going to say anyone, but there are people listening. I'm very, very pleased and proud and honored that, you've taken time out of your day to actually listen to me. But what I'm trying to say is eventually I would love for this podcast to turn into something where we really can get a battle of the minds going. I want to talk to people. I want to invite you onto the podcast. I want you, to be live with me and talk to me and let's have a discussion. I want to show people that it's okay to discuss and disagree and not always see eye to eye, but the fact is we don't need to disrespect each other about it. We can agree to disagree. We can understand that, okay, your way is a little different from my way, but if it works for you, great. And if mine works for me, great. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not going to convert you. I'm not trying to, indoctrinate you with anything other than what it is you believe. What I want more than anything with these night owl sessions is for you to teach me something different. Teach me something. Help me see the world a little bit differently. Help me see it from your point of view. Help me understand what it is you go through and how you see the world, how you perceive the world, how you act in the world, how you react, how you interact with people. I want to know. I really genuinely want to know. As someone who's been watching and observing people for many, 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 many years now, and that's actually why I chose psych as a major in college, I want to know, because within those stories, within those explanations, lies a better understanding of you. And that's what I want. I want to understand you. Because the more people I talk to, the more certain patterns emerge, the more things I see as having common ground, commonalities within, the human psyche, basically. And those are the things that are the most beautiful to me. I want to know all your flaws. I want to know what it is you feel like you love or you hate about yourself. I want to know why. I want to talk to you about you. And I think that it's important for me to talk to you that way, because your life story, who you are, is the one topic you know better than anybody else. I could be a history buff, but there might be a history buff that's better than me, right? But nobody, and I mean nobody, dead or alive, knows me better than me. Now, you may see certain parts of me, and what you see of me is what I choose to show you. What you see of me depends on who you are in my life. I know who I am. I know what my intentions are. I know what the whole game plan was. I know me. And I want to know you. I want to know how you are, who you are, what makes you you, what makes you tick. So the point of these night owls eventually, because right now it's just me talking and telling you how I feel about things, eventually what I would love for the night owl to become is a gathering of the minds. Maybe not just one, maybe a couple of you, maybe a panel of us. Maybe it becomes like a radio show where, there's a bunch of us that sit and talk together and people call in. Wouldn't that be something? I would love that. I just want to have a conversation. I want people to learn to have conversations again. All this texting and all caps and lower caps and emojis, and people have whole damn conversations with just emojis. Like, how the hell does that happen? Like, what is that supposed to prove? So many things can be misinterpreted in a text message. I want to talk to people, man. Really. I've taken to sending voice messages to people when they ask me for advice, when they ask me for help, when they ask me for whatever. Because there's so much you can tell with, the intonations of a voice and how genuine they seem to be when they talk to you. You can tell if someone's smiling or not. They teach us that in hospitality. When you pick up the phone and you talk to someone, you better have a smile on your face, because it translates into your voice. You can tell in your voice. Sometimes it comes out monotone because you're just not feeling it. Sometimes it really comes out like you genuinely care. And that's what I want. I want you to realize that people do genuinely care. There are those people still out there. There are a bunch of robots and zombies running around looking at their phones. But then there are some of us that really, really like the old school way. I love picking up a phone and talking to people. I would love to start writing to people and having pen pals again. That would be awesome. Can we do that? Somebody? Anybody? Let me know. But that's what the night owl was meant to be. The night owl, the concept, is based on a meeting of like-minded people sharing information, because there is no restriction on information. They want you to succeed because they want you to succeed. There is no underhanded nothing, because the way Amway is set up, you could surpass whoever brought you in if you just put in the work. And don't get it twisted. Yeah, okay, you think it's a pyramid scheme. Well, guess what, honey? Your 9 to 5 is also a pyramid scheme. Somebody brought you in, and you will not surpass them unless, of course, they get fired. And even then, you may not surpass them. Don't get it twisted. Your 9 to 5 is a pyramid scheme. You just willingly pay taxes and buy into it for 45 years. Anyway, I would love the opportunity to talk to you guys. I would love the opportunity to interact with you. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me something. Tell me something good. Yeah, okay. Tell me. Talk to me. Open up. Stop being so damn scared. I will not bite your head off. This is just a conversation. It's harmless. Talk. Share ideas. The oldest form of... How do we hand down histories, you guys? We told each other histories. We told our children their histories. We told our children stories of their ancestors and the ancestors before them. Come on. We told them stories like, hey, we were descendants of the last king of da-da-da-da, and this is who we are. And we are like, what is that? Raja Parambara. And we have like, Kshatriyan blood. And we are this, that, and the other. I mean, we handed down stories. That's what we do. You want to know a secret? When I am old and gray, what I want more than anything else to be surrounded by my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. And for them to ask me, no, beg me, to tell them stories of what we did while we were growing up, how we lived, how we made this empire, how we made sure that we left a legacy behind. I want to tell those stories, stories where we really lived, where we took our training wheels off and we really lived. But in order for that to happen, I got to do new things. I got to try. I got to venture. I got to kick this habit of being comfortable and do some stuff I've never done before. But I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready to call in and talk to me one day? Are you ready to write down some questions and interact with me a little bit? Now I got this YouTube channel up and running. I'm backtracking and putting up all the old episodes first so people can catch up. But come the first of the year, you guys, it's going to be simultaneous. I'm going to do this Facebook audio live. I'm going to upload it to SoundCloud and to YouTube that same night. And there's no excuse. Y'all better start commenting. Y'all better start replying. Y'all better start asking me questions. Ask me whatever it is. Now, if you're going to be lewd and stupid, rude, crude, and socially unattractive, I'm going to put you in your place. Okay? It's not that kind of party. But please, otherwise, please ask me. Tell me. Communicate. I dare you. All right, you guys. I'm actually really super excited and then super nervous at the same time. So I got to get off of here real quick. But I hope you understand, and I hope you like and identify with the idea of what the night owl is supposed to be. But we'll talk more about that later, okay? We'll develop that idea a little bit more. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off here, and I will catch you guys tomorrow night. I love you all. Stay safe. Don't work too hard. Tomorrow's hump day. You're halfway through. And then guess what? Friday is December. Y'all get it together. You better get your goals for December ready, and then you better look back at what you were supposed to do in November and see if you got it straightened out or not. All right? I'll check on y'all tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.